Hey there! Are you gearing up for an assembler interview and eager to make a strong impression? Well, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll guide you through some common interview questions for assembler positions, starting with teamwork. Let's dive right into it. Can you describe a time when you had to collaborate closely with a team to complete an assembly task? What was your specific role, and how did you help ensure the team's success? This question is all about understanding how well you work with others in a team setting. They're looking to see if you can collaborate effectively to meet shared goals. Here are a few tips to help you craft a strong response. Think of a specific project where you worked as part of a team. Clearly outline your role and the tasks you were responsible for. Highlight how you communicated and collaborated with team members. Discuss any strategies or tools you use to track progress. Talk about how the team overcame challenges and met deadlines. Let's look at a sample answer to see how it's done.
In my last role, I was part of a team assembling electronic devices. My responsibility was to manage the wiring and ensure each component was correctly fitted. I facilitated daily briefings to discuss our goals and any setbacks. By coordinating closely and using progress charts, we successfully met our deadline. In another instance, during a product assembly project, I took the lead in organizing the workflow for our team. I assigned tasks based on each member's strengths and checked in frequently to resolve any issues. This clear communication helped us complete the assembly ahead of schedule.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Assembler. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you give an example of a time when you identified a problem during the assembly process? How did you resolve it? Interviewers ask this to gauge your problem-solving skills and how you handle issues that arise during assembly. Here are some pointers to consider when forming your response. Start with a specific example from your experience. Clearly describe the problem you identified. Explain the steps you took to investigate and resolve the issue. Highlight any tools or methods you use to fix the problem. Conclude with the positive outcome resulting from your actions. Now, let's hear a sample answer to help you formulate your own.
During an assembly line project, I noticed that a component was not fitting properly. Upon checking the specifications, I realized that the wrong parts had been used. I immediately communicated with my supervisor and sourced the correct parts, which resolved the issue, leading to a smoother assembly process. In another job, I found that a machine was producing parts with defects. I tracked down the cause to a miscalibrated tool. I recalibrated the tool and ran tests to ensure accuracy, which eliminated the defects and improved the overall production quality.
Tell me about a time when your attention to detail helped you avoid making a significant mistake on the assembly line. This question is designed to assess your attention to detail and how it impacts the quality of your work. Here are some tips to help you answer effectively. Choose a specific example from your past experience. Explain the context and the task you were performing. Describe the mistake you avoided due to your attention to detail. Highlight the positive outcome resulting from your careful approach. Keep it concise and focused on your role in the situation. Let's look at a couple of examples to see this in action.
In my last job at the assembly line, I was responsible for quality checking the components before they were assembled. One day, I noticed some parts were not aligned correctly on the fixtures. By double checking their placement, I caught the error before it went down the line, preventing a costly rework later. While assembling machinery, I realized that I had overlooked a crucial specification in the manual. I took the time to cross-reference the parts I was using with the assembly guide. This attention to detail ensured that all components fit perfectly, avoiding a significant assembly issue down the line.
Imagine you receive multiple urgent assembly tasks all at once. How would you prioritize them? This question is meant to see how you handle multiple tasks and prioritize effectively under pressure. Consider these tips when answering. Analyze the deadline of each task. Identify the complexity of each assembly task. Consider the resources needed for each task. Determine if any task affects others' completion. Communicate with the team if necessary about priorities. Let's explore a sample answer to give you an idea.
I would first check the deadlines for each task and prioritize those that are due soon. Then, I would assess the complexity to see if some tasks are faster to complete than others, allowing me to finish several quickly. I'd also list the tasks to see which one has the most immediate deadline, check if any task requires specific tools or materials that are in limited supply, and prioritize accordingly. After receiving the tasks, I would evaluate which ones can be completed the quickest and have the nearest deadline. I would then tackle those first, keeping communication open if any changes occur.
If you notice a mistake in the product after it has moved to the next stage, what steps would you take to address the issue? Interviewers ask this to assess your ability to handle errors and your approach to corrective action. Here's how you can structure your response. Identify and document the mistake clearly. Notify your supervisor immediately about the issue. Assess the impact of the mistake on subsequent stages. Propose a solution to correct the mistake. Follow up to ensure the correction has been implemented properly. Let's review a sample answer to see how this might look.
I would first document the mistake with details and notify my supervisor right away. Then, I would analyze how this affects the next stages and suggest corrective actions to fix the error. Upon noticing a mistake, I would record the specifics of the issue, inform my supervisor, evaluate how this might impact further operations, and recommend the best course of action to resolve it.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.